Hey, it's the champ Antonio Tarver. You're listening to Tarver's Take, the most informative take in boxing. Just remember where you heard it first. Hey, I want to dive right in, man. We had an unbelievable night of boxing this past Saturday, coming to you live from Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season, brought to you by yours truly, Your Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh. Man, it was an unbelievable night. And before we get started, man, I want to bring my guy in for the recap. My main man, Slim God. Slim, what's good, bro?
What's happening?
That's my man. Hey, Slim, it was an amazing weekend of boxing, bro. You know, we was tapped in. And we're going to just start back. We're going to start from the feature fights, man. We're going to jump right out the gate. That young boy who became the youngest reigning champion, bro, Abdullah Mason from Cleveland, man, did his thing over a more than expected tough and Sam Noakes. What's your take, bro, and what you think about the future of Abdullah Mason?
I think he got a bright future. Love what he did. I ain't going to say I loved everything he did, but I love him as a fighter. I think he's definitely one of the more special fighters that we've seen in a while. However, I think that fight could have been a lot easier. He could have took a lot less punishment. He could have got hit a lot less because he has the skills that it takes to do that. He's good enough to, like you say, make the tough fights easy. He's good enough. He can move a lot more. He can bang when it's time to bang, but he don't have to bang from the sound of the bell until the end of the fight. He don't have to do that. He'll last longer by not doing that.
Yeah, we were definitely watching that fight, man. And I was there, man, live, and I knew coming in that, you know, if he really went in there to fight, it was going to be a tough out for him. And I just didn't like to see him getting clipped with those clean shots, you know what I mean, that he was getting clipped with. But he's going to have to, you know, gain some experience. We got to realize he's only 21 years old, man. He got time to grow, but it's time. It's now. The time is now. And you can see early on where it seemed like he was struggling or fighting back to restrain from fighting. You know what I mean? Instead of just boxing and letting the fight come to him. I think he learned a valuable lesson last Saturday, and I think he'll become a much better fighter from it. But they definitely going to have to start working on that technique and skill, because when he was boxing, you saw it coming together, but he just didn't rely on it enough, and it didn't allow it to you know, macerate basically. And I thought he could have got him out of there if he just would have took his time a little bit more with the boxing, use some of his counter punching instead of just getting in there banging so much. But I give him a B. I give him a solid B because he became the youngest reigning world champion. Now, you know, where does he go from here? He can't go backwards. So now, having that belt, you know, you got them wolves at your tail now, bro. It's a different whole different thing by being the hunted instead of the hunter. You know what I mean?
Right. I also think that I feel that maybe being an exciting fighter, people want to see drama, people want to see knockouts, people want to see slugfests. That may factor into his approach. You know what I mean? When you're looking at, okay, this how somebody could be telling him, like, this how you get the money. People want to see exciting fights. They don't want to see boring fights. However, like you say, you're 21 years old, you got a long career ahead of yourself. Don't burn out. And taking punishment is how you burn out fast. So he'll be all right, though. He'll be all right, though.
Yeah, that's great advice, Slim. That's great advice. And on the fight after that, one of both of our favorite fighters, bro, Jesse Bam Rodriguez continues to destroy. You know what I mean? He destroys undefeated Fernando Martinez as he defends his super flyweight titles by KO 10th round. And like we were saying, Slim, that's the difference when you look at levels and you want to see elite. You know, this was supposed to be a real tough fight for Bam Rodriguez coming in, but he masterfully broke this kid down by really understanding distance, using his jab, and having the rhythm of a real elite fighter. His footwork and those little crevices that he create these power shots from He broke him down, and out of nowhere, he set up the one-punch knockout. It was just clean sniper game, Slim. And that's what I love. That's what I love, bro, about a real, you feel me, elite boxer, puncher, counter puncher, somebody that can do it all in the ring. What do you think about Bam Rodriguez's performance?
Goddamn, there go Bam. So, I mean, like that kid is really to me a throwback fighter. Like he's a fighter that has all the fundamentals. The fundamentals. He can do everything. He can move. He move his head. He move his feet. He can punch. He got defense. He do everything right, basically. And he understands what it means to let the fight come to you.
Yeah, that part.
What that mean. He ain't in no rush. If
No
the knockout
rush.
come, the knockout come. But I'm gonna stand. I'm a box all night because this is what I go to the gym and do. I'm not gonna go to the gym and work on everything and then leave it in the gym. I'm gonna bring what I work on in the gym in the ring. And that's what he does. That's what he does. So that kid got probably the brightest future in boxing from a technical standpoint. He got star power. He got everything, bro. Like, love to watch him.
The only thing he don't have right now, Slim, is a dance partner, bro. And that's what we want to see, bro. We want to see him against another superstar type fighter. And I know everybody keep hollering about Inoue and Nakatani and all them boys over there in Japan, but I think they're maybe 4 or 6 pounds away from each other. But that's what Bam Rodriguez need, is a little bit of competition, man. You feel me? Pound for pound versus pound for pound type of fight. But man, he continues 23-0 with 16 knockouts, and he's only 25 years old, Slim. And the future is very bright for Bam Rodriguez, and he should be in everybody pound for pound list. With no doubt, should be in everybody pound for pound list. I think one of the more purest fighters the game got today, man. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, and congratulations on his newborn son, bro. He was in training camp. That's what real champions do. He was in training camp for the birth of his son, man. I know he was happy to get back, and hopefully, you know, Bam Jr. is in good hands, and he's healthy and strong.
For sure. His daddy a star.
That part. And the fight everybody was talking about, Slim, that boy Devin Haney, man. Hey, the new WBO welterweight champion, Devin the Dream Haney, becomes 3-division champion with an impressive 12-round decision against former champ Brian Norman. Slim, I'm gonna let you have at that first, man. Devin Haney surprised a lot of people. Not only surprised a lot of people, but quieted a lot of critics. You know what I mean? A lot of people might think I'm a critic, but I'm just I think if it's a criticism, it's a constructive criticism. I just see a lot of talent in Devin Haney. I always seen a lot of talent in Devin Haney, and when I see guys with his gift and talent and skills underperform, it kind of bothers me. You know what I mean? Because I know he's a better fighter than that. But go ahead. It's his chance, his time now to celebrate, and I'll eat crow. I didn't think he would perform like that coming off of his two last performances, but they fought like they knew something about Brian Norman that nobody else did. You know what I mean? Like they sparred before, they was very comfortable. It's something the way they approached this fight. They knew something that we didn't know about Brian Norman. I think once the fight started, we realized that, just like Devin Haney was saying, he's in another class and he's on another level.
Well, that's what I think. Like that's what he showed. Like Brian Norman not on my level. Coming into the fight, I thought Brian Norman would do a lot more. You know what I mean? Congrats to Devin Haney. I'm glad he came out and got a win, and he did it semi-impressively. Coming out, he came out strong. But he didn't really do too much different than what we've seen him doing. Like you said, he has so much more talent than what he shows when he shows up on fight night. And once he started to use that, I think the critics will be silenced about him being a born fighter, because he don't have to be a born fighter. He got a lot of skills. He can use his jab. He can move. but he don't always do that. And maybe he's still a little shell shock from the Ryan Garcia fight. But outside of that, I think he did good. He boxed. The name of the game is hit and don't get hit.
Exactly.
A lot of times we tend to forget that, and I'm gonna say we because I've been a critic at times. We tear these guys down because we want to see more for them, but we not in that ring. And I think he did what he had to do to win. Like you said, whatever they knew about Norman, they exposed it, and that's pretty much what he knew. Like, you're not in my class of fighters, and he showed Norman that he really couldn't get anything going. It's just like, he couldn't get his jab going. He was lunging. He was throwing a looping hook, and Devin Haney can see that from 10 blocks down the street. And he just, to me, he stayed poised and he boxed and he stayed out of range and he got the job done.
And it was an impressive performance because, like I said, we really didn't know what Devin Haney would show up. And, and again, he has a who's who on his resume. He's fought them all. And now we want to see him defend that welterweight title. There's a lot of big names hovering around that weight class. But when you look at the way Devin Haney performed, I mean, he could reign at that welterweight division for some time. But I'm telling you, the fight that really got me excited would be him and that boy from across the water, man. My boy Conor Ben, bro, at welterweight. That would be a hell of a fight when you talk about. Yeah, very exciting, very exciting. And we'll see how that goes. What's next in the future for Devin the Dream Haney, man?
I think that a Conor Ben fight brings out the best in Devin Haney.
Would have to.
I think that. And one thing I give Haney, I don't think he ducking no smoke.
No smoke at all. That's why I was saying now, when you look at his resume, he's still undefeated. Yeah. To be a young guy, bro, and only 27 years old, Devin Haney, I mean, we got to give him his props, bro. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing now. If he
dream continues.
If he can pick up from there, though, and really put that fight under the microscope and be real with himself and look at the things that he could have improved on, bro, he'll become a better fighter. And, we can look forward to some of those big names, Teofimo Lopez and all that type of action, bro.
Ryan Garcia rematch.
Right, that rematch right there with both of them being champion. Ooh, that's crazy, bro.
Big, it's big.
26, yeah. And, Ryan Garcia is scheduled to face Barrios. And I think going into that fight, that's going to be a good fight. But I think a lot of people will favor the younger Ryan Garcia in that fight, bro. You know what I mean? So that's just looking forward. You know me, I like to look in that crystal ball sometimes, Slim. Hey, the main event, David Benavidez continues to destroy everything in front of him, bro. And it's coming off of that Morrell fight. He jumps right back in the frying pan with a guy that was a contender at the light heavyweight division. And every time we thought the third time would be a charm. But for Anthony Yarde, he came up short again, bro. And he came out, I thought, competitive, but you could see right away he was hesitant. He was a little bit, cautious, a little too cautious for me in the beginning. With everything at stake, I thought he should have been way more of an aggressor and had some, even if it was desperation, fought with a little bit of desperation, bro. With everything at stake. This might be your last chance at a title. But hats off to David Benavidez. That power he showed, it went up with him, Slim. It took a while, but I think he's found it now.
The Mexican monster, and he's scary.
He's scary.
For sure. As far as Yarde go, I'm going to be a critic today. He didn't come to fight. Wow. He didn't come to fight, and he was in the ring like he didn't want to be there. He was in the ring like he was pity-patting. He wasn't really using his jab. He laying on the ropes looking for a counter. Like, you got to fight this boy. You can't come in there playing with no David Benavidez. When you sign that contract, I'm in a fight for 12 rounds if it go that far. If I can't stop this boy, I got to fight this boy for 12 rounds, and we just didn't see that. But the monster did what the monster do.
That
He
part.
scared motherfuckers, and he had his ass on his back foot all night, and that boy ain't want none of that, and David still gave it to him, because I ain't come all the way out here to Saudi Arabia to play.
That part.
I don't never show up to play.
That part. That's what I like about David. If
Exactly.
you don't belong in there, he gets you out of there. He gets you out of there. And man, he didn't get a chance to become undisputed at 168, and we know why. Man, I just want David Benavidez to get his shot. You know what I mean? And he should be in everybody pound for pound list too. They got to make room for David Benavidez. He's been at the top too long. He's been dominating for too long. And man, he's still carrying the torch. You feel me? Over there at PBC. I think he right now is the featured fighter over there that's really mowing things down and still taking names, bro. And right now there's only one fight for me, bro, and that's Bivol, bro. It's time. It's for this man to get his shot at undisputed. And I don't think another fight out there for Bivol that can really spells David Benavidez. So, you know, if anybody out there listening, you know what I mean? It's time for those two guys to step in the ring, man. And so we can get an undisputed light heavyweight champion, man. And any one of those fighters' crown would be a legendary day in boxing. You know, I just want to see David Benavidez get his shot. He deserves it. 31-0 with 25 knockouts. There ain't nothing else to be said, I don't think, Slim.
Overly, and not just as a fighter, just as a person. David Benavidez is a great person, a great guy. And I love the way that he carries himself. Like, I can't keep waiting around on these guys to see if they want to fight me. I can't keep waiting around on these guys. I ain't getting no younger. I'm getting older, and I'm trying to get to it. They don't really want to get to it with that boy. You know what I mean? So I love the way he's doing it. I love the way he's staying busy. If I got to go up to cruiserweight and knock that guy down, that's what I'm going to do to these dudes. Get ready and decide they want to fight me. But they probably ain't going to fight him until he the money man, and that's the only way they can get a check.
Exactly, man. Exactly. What we got next on the bill, Slim? Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, bro, is going down.
That, we got before that we got Lamont Roach, Pitbull.
Ooh, okay, that part. Okay,
got to speak on that boy.
Exactly, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. Lamont Roach coming back after the Tank Davis debacle. You know what I mean? Yeah. You feel me? And so he gonna bounce back, man. And he facing Pitbull, tough Pitbull. We know Pitbull is tough. But man, after what I saw, and it's just me right now off the hip, after what I saw against Gervonta Davis, and then what I saw against Pitbull his last couple outings, I'm going on the limb, bro. I see my man Pitbull stopping him, bro. I see Pitbull, not Pitbull, but Roach. I'm sorry. I see Roach eating him up, bro. I just feel like Roach right now is peaking. He got a point to prove. You know, they dismissed him in a bad way with that rematch that could have really set the record straight. And I just think he's motivated to do something big against Pitbull. And if Pitbull can't clip him with those overhand big shots, it's going to be a tough night for him anyway, you know, because Lamont Roach can definitely box, bro. He showed that against Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, I think Lamont Roach is locked in. He dialed in right now. He laser focused. And like you said, I think he got a point to prove. I think he on a tear, and he ready to show the boxing world that I belong. Y'all might have forgot about me, but I ain't forget about me. That's what I think his approach is. So I can't wait to see him December 6th.
That part. And we're going to definitely cover that again. It's just we're just speaking on it right now, but we're going to do a big breakdown of that because I think it's that card is thick enough to have a Tarver's tape.
For sure.
Yeah. And the one everybody been talking about, that big, hey, we ain't really even thought about it yet. But man, this thing taking over the airways, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, man, it's the fight that replaces Gervonta Davis December 19th. They said they was looking for a replacement, bro, but nobody in their wildest dreams would have thought Anthony Joshua, bro. What we got here, Slim? What we got going on, Slim? December 19th.
First off, I'm gonna say much respect to Jake Paul for, not ducking, and going after greatness, going after opportunity to solidify himself in a game that he's been working hard to be in. See, there's a lot of things that when we see it, when I first seen Jake Paul, it's like, man, I don't want to see that because we love the sport. We love the sport. But when you've been dedicating yourself, going in that gym and taking your body and your mind through what he's been doing, you got to give a man respect. How do I feel about the fight? Just being realistic, I don't see how else that fight can go. You know what I mean? If I want to say, okay, is there a chance that Jake Paul can win this fight? It's always a chance that anybody can win in any fight if you know fighting, if you know boxing. You only take one punch, and that go for anybody. So we will have to see Jake Paul knows how to set something up, knows how to put something together. If he does, he got a chance. If not, he gonna get stressed out like Ngannou did.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I first heard about it, Slim. I was like surprised, bro. And I just thought, I mean, are they cashing out or crashing out? You feel me? I don't know which one. That was my first thought. You feel me? And why now when it looked like he was definitely, progressing and learning and getting better, but you go from Chavez Jr. to Anthony Joshua, that's a leap in bounds, bro, when it comes down to ability, skill, power, size, everything. So when you talk about respect, bro, you got to take your hat off to Jake Paul. And my only question is, I wonder, what's the madness behind the method, bro? It's a method of the madness. So I'm just here to say, bro, I haven't really did a breakdown. Jake Paul is going to have to probably bring some big guys in to even get used to his size. And we don't even know who he's going to be using for sparring partners. You know what I mean? Even the sparring partners that big can fight. You know what I mean? So who you going to bring in to get you ready for AJ? That's going to be a challenge. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things I can think of off the cuff, but I got to really put it under the microscope. I know one thing that favors Jake Paul. He only gave AJ 30 days, so the rush is on. He got 30 days to get ready. You heard me?
I feel like as long as him and his team not only banking on AJ being chinny, not only banking on us landing a punch and him going down, you can't bank on that with a gold medalist and two-time heavyweight champion. You're gonna have to learn how. You're gonna have to get in there and box. You're gonna have to get in there and think your way through that process. You're gonna have to get in there and set something up to be able to land that punch that you're banking on. And if you can't do that again, it can be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. Yeah, so
and not even that, Slim. He got to avoid shots. See, you talking about hitting and punching and getting a knockout, a shot to get AJ in trouble. But what about you avoiding that big shot? That's going to be a key for Jake Paul. I think that's the biggest key. Avoiding that big shot by Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? This is not the official breakdown. It's just me and Slim talking boxing like we usually do. Right. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we looking forward to that one live on Netflix. And yeah, thanks for tapping into the recap, man. We're going to do this and bring this to you for every fight. You know what I mean? All the big fights, we're going to give you the breakdown and do the recap. And we appreciate your support. And to the next time, stay tapped in. I'll talk to you then.
All right, champ.
That part, Slim.